Hello everyone, so we will continue the part 2 of the video I made yesterday. So we are still I think we are like halfway of the video. I did 30 minutes yesterday, so like I did not want to make a second video, like one video of 60 minutes, so I just wanted to split it in two. So yesterday we just did the material, as you can see. For we just did the material for the room. So now we will start to add some furnitures. So we will start by beds, since it's the most easy. So of course we can use a sample cube here. We can work on it while it is here. I'm just gonna activate my screencast so that you can see what I do. I'm just gonna press R and Z and rotate it 45 degrees or a little bit more, so that I'm not confused. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna scale it a little bit on the x-axis and z-axis, and I'm gonna try to see if it will fit my room. So it's still very small. So you can see here that it's basically half the way, like it takes half the length of the floor. So let's see if we can have and here it's a little bit hard because my room and my floor are not aligned with my grid, so it's a little bit hard to work with that. But I think that this is the same, it's almost half, so we won't be picky about the details. Now I can see that the height is almost the same. So now to do the feet is easy. We just need to add some cylinder, make them smooth, and that's it. So I'm gonna scale them. I'm gonna press S, X and Z first to have the right dimension, and I'm gonna press Z here until I have something that looks decent. So I think it's good this way. I'm gonna smooth it. And here in the normal, you can go here to normal and use auto smooth to make it better. And I won't add the material now because I will have to do some stuff that will remove the materials. So I'm gonna just duplicate it 4 times. So just press Shift D to duplicate it, and then press GG 2 times. No, maybe not, because I'm gonna use it manually like this. I can hide the room actually while I'm working. This, so duplicate it again. And one last time. I'm gonna try to have them as much as possible near the corners. It's okay if they don't say it, because as you can see, we don't see the tree side anyway, so it's not that bad if we cannot have them. So I'm gonna press on my bed, and I can add some Boolean union, so I can join them with so here I have cylinder 1, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3, so I'm gonna add them one by one with cylinder 1, with cylinder. Then I have to remove this one, of course. So one last. So we have the basic frame of our room. Now we can try to make the materials. Okay. So I'm gonna add this material that will be it will be for my feet. So and this one will be my bed. Okay, so this one I can go in edit mode. I'm gonna select my face, and this one will be my bed. So I'm gonna assign it, and here I will put my my textures. So I have a texture I have a wood texture, so it is a very simple wood. I have again albedo, normal, and roughness. Those are the three I use it, since it's a very simple room. And as I said, you can use the occlusion tool. So I don't know why it doesn't want to work here. Is it because I'm in edit mode or something? I don't know. Okay, so this one works, but the albedo somehow. Okay, it was maybe a bug or something. So I'm gonna do as we did last time. We plug it into respective. I'm gonna add a bump. You won't need to touch here because one is enough. Normal to normal, and here the color to height. The mapping. And add texture coordinate. So of course here I have to scale it before I do anything, and I have to select it, unwrap everything, and I'm gonna go back to my my feet, and I'm gonna select a black one. And I want a little bit of reflection and less roughness to make it look like a plastic, as we can see in IKEA. I'm gonna select back my room and see how it looks like. So I can go to render it. So I think it's fine, but we have lines here because we need to scale it a little bit. Those lines should not be that much pronounced. So I'm gonna press 3 here. Maybe you don't see it because my GPU always bug, but we can try to see in the dev mode. I hope it will not yes, so now it's pretty fine. It's pretty fine. It looks like wood. And of course with the lighting it will look much more better. Okay, so now we have our bed here. We have our bed. I'm gonna call it bed, and I'm gonna move it to bed here in the bed collection, and I'm gonna simply duplicate it. I can press 0 to see. Let's see how it looks like in mine. I'm gonna press Shift D, X, Y. Oh, it's okay. Now we're gonna do the mattresses. We will use a cube as well, so we'll go back to room, hide it. So here, to make a mattresses, you have many choices. What you can do like lob cut. The lob cut tools, you can use anything you want, but I'm gonna use subdivisions. So just want to see. Oops. So look, if I press S and X 2 times, now it will be aligned with my stuff. So it's just a trick here, and I don't want it to be longer than my bed, of course. So if I press G, X 2 times, okay. I don't want it to be longer than my bed, but I want a decent size. So now I can press Ctrl 2. Okay, so I'm gonna press Ctrl Z. So I can press Ctrl 2, or I can go in the modifier here and use subdivision surface. Okay, so it's up to you. So now I'm gonna go in edit mode and press Ctrl R again and push it back like here. Control R again, push it back like this. Control R again, push it back. Control R, push it back, and Control R. Now we have our mattresses. I'm gonna press Ctrl Z, and we have our mattresses. And of course here we really need a simple texture, but it should not have any kind of specularity because it's some tissue. I could have chose like a very good material, white material with bumps and stuff like this, but I did not do it. So Now I'm gonna press grab and Y 2 times here. Oops. So I'm gonna copy it before, press G and Y 2 times. Somehow it doesn't want to copy. No, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. So Shift D, G, Y 2 times. So here we have our matrices. So let's see how it looks like. I want to go back a little bit. Oops. My they were too far from each other, I think. So. Okay, so now it looks a little bit more. So I have my matrices and I don't know if this is this way you spell it actually. So here are our bed. Our bed is here. Now we must do the bed sheet. But before I do this, I would like to activate the collisions for those 4 objects. So I'm just gonna go here in physics and click on collision, and I want the friction to be double here. So in soft body and clothes, just put it at 10, so that our bed sheet, like bed sheet, will take the form of those objects when it falls. And of course I have to do it too for our room, because we will have some jeans on the floor and some clothes and stuff like that. So the collisions must be at 10 too. So now we can work with the bed sheet. So it's a simple plane again. Gonna rotate it RZ 45 degree. It's not enough, so I'll have to turn it again a little bit. Scale. SXX. So I think it's enough. It will fall near. I don't want it to fall more than the length of the height of the bed here. So maybe a little more. So it should be good. So now, in order to do my bedsheet, we must of course make some kind of subdivision, so that it will look natural. So I have to make a lot of loop cuts. But here, I'm gonna start by those 6 only. I'm gonna put it here, and now I have to do something a little bit special, because I must move those lines like at the same time. So just go here and click on connected only, so it will allow me to change the scale of the movement that I do. So please just press G here and try to make it bigger with your middle mouse button, so that the 2 here move together, because I just want I want that they move together. So now it should be good. Just gonna disable it for a few seconds, and because like I just want to have a kind of U here, so like a curve here, but not a curve, but not a perfect curve, because if I have like a perfect curve, it won't look natural. So my curve must be a little bit like that. So I'm gonna press E and Z. I'm gonna bend it again. E and Z again. Because if it looks too much natural, then we won't have the result we want. So okay, so like this is fine, and then I can extrude it. Can extrude again. Oops, but now you see that I made a mistake because it's not. So let's press Z. I always have a little bit of trouble with this. Okay, now I think it's fine. You know what, actually I'm gonna restart it. Because if I don't do it good at the beginning, then it will not look nice at the end. I know the problem I have, it's because, yes, I know the problem I have, it's because it's not aligned, so that's why it will create problems. So you know what, I'm gonna make it normal, and at the very end, I'm gonna turn it. So I'm gonna have to try to guess it, really. Yes. So like it must be deform like this, because if it's too much natural, then after it will not look good when we solidify it, so that's why you must look a little bit natural. So now I must put a lot of lob cuts, especially near the edges, because oh, this part is bad. I'm gonna try one more time because I want to have a very good result, so that's why I don't want let's hope it's the last time. I don't even know why we have this now. Okay, now it should be good. So now it should be good, but I'm gonna add a few here too because we need a lot. So now we can try to test it. Just need to see if there is a part, because especially near the edges we need a lot because it's there that it will bend, so we need a lot. So we can try the first time, so we can click on clots. So just go back to physics here, click on clots, and I want click on collisions, and I want self collisions. So now to try the animation, you just need to play and see what happens. Okay, so it's pretty good. I'm gonna go back. I think okay, it's because I did not choose. So this is 10. Because it did not do at the same time for all the collisions. Okay, this one is already at 10, I think. Soft body. No, this one is not a clot. What is going on? This is collision. So this is a clot, so let's play it. Okay. It's quite good, right? But what we can do to do it even better, we can select a few vertical line and just oops, because I don't want it too perfect. So you can just grab a couple of those and just make it like this, so that it looks more natural. Just need to pay attention to not choose the horizontal one. So I'm gonna stop here. So I'm gonna stop here, so let's see. Okay, so now it's fine. It looks natural in a way. So now I have to add a few more things because here it's too much hard. So I'm gonna make it smooth. So I'm gonna shade it smooth first. You still see that it's not enough. So I can go here, apply. I can apply. First, I can apply the solidify modifier to make it look thick. You can see. I think that by default it's already good. You still see that it's quite good, but not good enough. So what we can do is we can go here again and apply an auto smooth. And here it's not good because I did it after I solidified it. But there is another solution to this. I can try multi-resolution if this doesn't work a lot. I can try multi-resolution. It's a modifier, and I can add subdivide here. You can see it's good, but unfortunately it's create here. So I'm gonna just put it like this and see how it looks like. It looks good because we don't see. Okay. Now still it's good, but we would like to see some kind of I forgot the term in English, unfortunately, but you will understand it like later. So here, what you can do, we can like sculpt it to add some bump. I don't know the term in English on tissues. I'm sorry about that. So make sure to have like applied your multi-resolution, and we can go in sculpt mode. Okay. And here I have a small message. Is because I forgot to scale it before. So I forgot to scale it, and I forgot also. Oops. I also forgot to unwrap it. I just need a simple unwrap. So I'm gonna go here, and I can use draw here, and I can try to do some stuff like this at the edge. And when I see that there is like something wrong, I can smooth it. I can smooth it a little bit when it's too much like this, because we don't want straight lines, right? I can also use grab here, so I can grab a few of those, and later I can at the very end I can use at the very end I can use the smooth options to. And here, like I forgot something very important in sculpt here. I must disable the symmetry, because otherwise it will apply on the other side of the grid here of my mesh. So this is why it did some kind of weird things here. So you can do it better. I'm not very good at this because I just know draw and grab. Of course we don't have walls. And of course here I don't really need to apply it because the camera won't see it, right? So and later we'll try to see how it will look with the texture, because we will apply the texture, so we will look how it looks now. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the object mode, and we will apply a material, and I have a material here for the bed sheet here. So I had this, but I wanted this instead, so I wanted this soft pink instead. So here what we can do with GIMP, so I have this soft pink as you can see, we can go in GIMP because this is like it's a material for the bed sheet, right? So I don't really need the normal, I just need the specularity, so I don't need to apply any normal map. So I have this material that you can find any kind. I can use a tool here called Instant Bump. I always forgot where it is, so it's tool here, light and shadow. I always forgot where it is. Because I think I had two GIMP installed on my PC, so on one, okay, it's map here, sorry, because I mix myself. So here we have diffuse, displacement, occlusion, normal. We don't need the normal because it's just a bedsheet texture, right? So it's okay. We just need the specular here. I would like a little bit more light maybe, but it won't be that strong because it's just a bedsheet material. So I'll press execute here. Now it should be in my file now. So now you see I have all those things. So it's the one that ends with S here. So I can grab it here and put it here. So I have my specular. So I put it here. I put my specular here. And of course I'm gonna go back here, object mode. Here the normal, I really don't need it, and of course let me see how it looks like, because we can, so it's the way we want here. And as you can see here, I just want to see if it's because of the shadow or something, but I think that when I grabbed it, yes, here, when I grabbed it, it made a hole, so I can just press smooth here, and it should get rid of this problem, okay, because I don't want. So I go back here, I'm gonna press texture coordinate, go to UV, map, I forgot the mapping, so if you like the size, it's fine. If you like, you can see it. So if the size is good for you, if it's good enough for you, we can go in the dev mode. It takes a little bit of time to charge. I just hope it won't. I just want it won't. Oh shit! It did. Okay. So if the size is too much big for you, you can still scale it. For me it's fine, but if it's not good enough, if you want smaller floors, you can do it. It's up to you. But so we're gonna keep it this way. So this was the first bedsheet. So what you could do is that you could just grab it and copy it. You could just grab it and copy it, of course. I think that's what we're gonna do because I don't want to waste time. But we will still change the material, okay? We will just change it like this so that, but we will still change the material. So now I have a new material here. You see it's another material. So I'm gonna discard this. Room. So I think it's this one I used. So we can do the same thing, but we actually don't have to use the specularity for this, like, because it's like it's a very simple pattern, and it's also far from our view. You see, it's very far, so we should not waste time trying to do this as I did. But if you want, you can do it as well. So just select those two here and press X. Oops, I made the wrong duplicate because so this is bedsheet, but somehow it's still linked, right? There should not be a link between what I do here. So I think I still have the 2.8 beta, so that's why I do this, because this one should not be linked to this one. So what I'm gonna do is that I will just create a new bedsheet because I don't want to waste time. And so where is my room? I'm gonna close it. So I'm just gonna make a new room very quickly. I'm gonna make a new and this one I want it to be a little bit more messy, so I'm not gonna put it fully on top of the I will not put it fully on top of my stuff. I'm gonna just put it a little bit messy like this because it's a room for teens after all, so it's not supposed to be clean. I'm gonna add the same subdivision, select one to make it bigger a little bit. Like I want this one to not be very clean, so I'm gonna so now let me add the vertical one. So we can try, you can make a test. I'm gonna rotate it a little bit again. I want it to be kind of messy, and do this. Collision. I'm gonna put it at cloth here. It's okay if it do this. Here you must activate the self collision and play it. So now it's not very good. It does this because I don't have enough subdivision on the edges. So when you see a result like this, it means that there is not enough subdivisions. So that's why it does something like this. And here you can see it's true that it's not enough. But I just need to add those subdivisions on the edges. Here I don't really need, because it's the central part of our stuff here. So we can start again. Have to do it until it looks good. So here again, I think I forgot some subdivision. Yes, here you can see that there is not enough. So that will be better. Okay, so this is good. So now we will do the same. Oh, it's not actually good, because this one, I don't know why this one, the collisions are not good enough. Try to put it higher maybe. Okay. It's a guy who really forgot to do his bed. I'm gonna shed it smooth again. I go here in modifier and add solidify. And apply it. Add let's see how it looks like if I apply the auto smooth. Sometimes it does the opposite. So we can still use multi-revolution subdivisions. So if you are satisfied, it's good. Now you can go back to sculpt it, but before we do this, of course, we must scale it and unwrap it for later. By the way, you can press F. I don't know why my... So you can press F to change the scale of your brush. I don't know why we don't see the screencast here. It's strange. It's one of those bugs of 2.8 again. So you can take the time to do your own stuff. Me, I just do it. I don't want to waste time, but you can take the time to do very good stuff here. And of course, since we will be here, we don't really need it. And here I should actually put my camera a little bit up like this, and yes, like this is better. Okay. So on this side we don't really need, because my camera won't really reach it anyway, so I'll try to do in the same direction. So let's try to see how it will look, Sweater texture. And as I said, I don't need to apply the normal, but also the specular, because the texture is very far, so it will be a waste of time and like resources to put a specular on something which is that far. Okay, so I'm gonna just use a texture coordinate and a mapping. I think my room is a little bit dark because my light and my windows are too small, so that's why it looks dark. But I think it's good with more resolution. So you can see it's quite good. It looks like a real bedsheet. So now it's done for the bedsheet, but I just must make sure that in the good. So I'm gonna select those two here and move them to the bed. So now I can close the. Now in the bed we will also add the cushions. We will add a few cushions. To do the cushions, we also have a few other options. You can do the lob cuts directly or add some subdivisions and then do your stuff and do the sculpt. What I prefer to do here is just do the lob cuts directly. To do the lob cuts like this because it's just a cushion. We don't need that much. So this is enough. I will add some multi-resolutions. Subdivide it like this, smooth it, and for me it's enough like this, and I can scale it, unwrap it, and for me like this it's enough, but we can also add some sculpt. But for this one, since it's a cushion and not a bed sheet, we need to use the grab tool here to for the edges. So I need to grab a few edges to not make it look that soft. Sometimes it's hard with those. Sometimes it's hard when you don't have enough subdivisions. But it's just that I don't want my edges to be round. Add some can dry here on the side, so just pick up a direction because I think it should all be in the same direction. So I'm gonna pick this direction and try to maybe because I don't have enough subdivision, but it's because I don't want more subdivisions for sample cushions. So I'm gonna use this material, I'm gonna use the same material. So I'm gonna go here, press new and delete those ones and use those ones here. Just press Ctrl C, click here and Ctrl V and watch. So it seems good. So you can make a few of those. Just make sure that it doesn't look strange. You could also add a few like this. With if you select those, delete it and just add white here. You remove the specular and add the roughness. And here you can add another one. So here I have my textures here. So I can copy them. Go back here, select those, delete them, and oh, I didn't copy those ones. Copy here. And so Twitter will have the same sometimes it keeps the same arch key. I just don't know why, but when I duplicate something, seems like okay, so those are here, so I'm gonna keep those here actually. And keep the same here. So now it's done for the cushions. So in the next episode we will just do the furnitures and we will do the bathroom. So thank you very much and don't forget to subscribe.